Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2 from the ESL Open Cup Korea Finals. Two players are not going to be the least bit surprised to see here, but I have the pleasure of introducing the man who's revolutionized Protoss versus Zerg. Just introducing units that are actually able to fight on the ground and making it interesting while doing so. They needed one, so finally he delivered. herO. But he's up against one of the more difficult opponents. Someone who seems like showing up to work and assuming everyone else is going to lose the series is his MO. He shows up, he walks in like he owns the place, and that's why he's nicknamed the Final Boss. It's Dark. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the series that Dark ends up winning are just because he wills it. He's one of the few Zerg players who has that sort of confident personality that wins him games. Where a lot of the time, like the conventional wisdom for Zergs, if there is some, is that Zerg players should have more bases. They should have more workers. They should have more economy. That's less true in Legacy of the Void than it was in the previous iterations of StarCraft 2, but Dark just seems to not care if he's down a base. He doesn't seem to care if he's down 10, 15 workers. He just gets the most out of what he has. And so many times you see players break themselves on his defenses that he ends up taking the victory in the long term. I mean, just in general. Jimmy, get the binder. I said get the binder. Did you not have the binder ready? Oh my god. Well, sometimes I truly feel like Dark is just showing up. Surprised he's made it this far, but happy to take it the rest of the way. It's a best of 5, so we're going to get a lot of opportunities to see what these players are bringing to the table, and by that I mean herO. Okay, what is herO up to? Does he still want to go for the triple Oracle into Gateway style? Or something new? It's been a little while, at least a couple weeks since I've seen herO's games, and this is very recent as well. Yeah, Oracle first. The Stargate always going to be a staple. Okay, not building a Stargate leaves you open to so many shenanigans, whether it's just early ground attacks, actually muta follow-ups. Not having access to those air units not only reduces your scouting potential, but just in general, your anti-ground capabilities as a Protoss are quite limited in the early game. Third base, pre-4 minutes, 2 gates with the Stargate. Oracle heading towards the main. Adept split off. We'll see how Dark handles it. Yeah, in case you were wondering, herO's playing on a barcode, though. Like a lot of the pro players do, he just created a clan named DPG, well, her, which, that's the amount of effort that pro players will go through to identify themselves sometimes before these online tournaments. Good to see herO keeping in form. Well, that's going to be 4 drone kills with the Adept going down. He just trades it out. Oracles didn't even come in. Just trying to drag the Queen's out of position. Gets another one. 6 drones. Loses the Adepts. As long as he doesn't lose the Oracles. There's no Spore Crawler in the main. And some beautiful Oracle micro. Slides through. Gets a few more. 10 kills. Yeah, Dark just kind of just lost almost a quarter of his drones there. Which doesn't seem great. A bit of a lazy defense, to be honest. Not having a Spore in the main, not really dealing with the Adepts. And right now, Dark doesn't have a Lair, and he doesn't have a Roach Warden, so there's no great opportunity for counter damage. It's a very... yeah, on paper, Dark right now is way behind, as he doesn't really have the worker count. He doesn't have the tech. +1 melee, while helpful, is quite late here. Blink Stalkers and +1 as the follow-up for herO. The only thing that Dark can really hope for... Wow, he's supply blocked with 4 OVs in the way. Why does it perpetually feel like this is Dark's first game of the day? Despite being the finals, had to go through at least a few rounds of relatively great players to get here. I assume one of these players knocked out Beyond, who's a staple of these tournaments. Alright, Baneling Nest on the way, Lair. Going to be hitting around almost 7 minutes. The 4th hatchery is taken by Dark, and there aren't nearly enough units to really pressure it. He's got 65 drones. So he may be able to build up some of that production. Since herO is more focused on the later mid-game follow. Oh my god, alright. Throw another few gates in. Where are we going? 4, 5... It's going to be up to 10, it looks like, with the robotics facility on the way. Now we'll have to see. Is it immediately into a prism? We're going to see some observers. What is he most afraid of at this moment? Warp Prism immediately. Warp Prism indicates he wants to attack. He doesn't want to let Dark sit back any longer. The Adepts shade away. The Zerglings let them know that they aren't wanted around here. Very optimistically respreading the creep tumors directly underneath the oracles. And a hefty Blank Stalker sentry force. Moving up. 10 gateways finishing up. This is a serious attack here, especially since Hydralisks are on the way. Baneling speed is on the way. But none of these things have been delivered yet. There's still another minute before these very key upgrades are finished. Dark is building units, but it doesn't seem like until this moment he really realizes exactly what's going on. As 8 more Banelings are being built. +1 melee is the only upgrade to match the +1 attack. There's going to be nothing to break the force fields here. Being very conservative with them. Locks in their queens. Brenda is assassinated at the front, and the drones are forced to evacuate as herO looks like he's gonna lock down and take this base. Now, while Banelings may spew acid when they die, getting close enough is the real struggle. herO just annexes the 4th. And Dark just has to back up. And here we go. This is Dark's... This is kind of his signature. He just didn't have enough units. He loses the base. And now, by every metric, almost every metric, I guess, herO has the initiative, the momentum. Yes, Hydraling Bane can be quite good against this, but herO is not overextending, at least not yet. You should be seeing the sheer amount of units here. There's still a lot of force field and no way to break it. Dark was trying to take down these rocks, which make the force field requirement a lot larger here. Yeah, herO not going to risk it. He's taking a 4th of his own. Dark spots it. Gonna have to make a decision on whether or not he wants to attack himself. Stalker's still waiting. Looking to see where those Hydraslings remains. Off a creep, much more manageable. Double Colossus to directly deal with all this. Oracles are back at the 3rd. Defenses being set up. Big Ling Bang counter and +2 melee attack is completed. And with +2 melee, you can one-shot those probes and two-shot things like Templar, Sentries. It's just a huge damage upgrade. Very helpful against Zealots if herO ever decided to build any. Which he has built 0 Zealots, though he is getting charge. And having, well, 9 gateways actually is where we ended up. Is kind of conducive to warping in those charge lots. A nice spread out defense to try to minimize the effectiveness of Banelings. Dark not overcommitting. I think he realizes that herO's going to be well prepared for any attack. He just needed enough units to make sure he didn't outright die. But it's still herO with the army to beat. Dark could easily flank and crush it if herO gives him the opportunity. herO is not known for doing so. That's a lot of sentries with a ton of energy. Nearly maxed out on like 10 sentries. He's got 9 of them. Here come the Colossi at the front. herO, are you awake? Is he whoa, hello? Actually, well, Dark is attacking at the front, the third, and the fourth while slamming in. herO must have been looking the other way. 7 workers have gone down thus far. The main base is under attack. Dark explodes into everywhere. All right, well, herO obviously distracted in the main fight. The Baneling's not doing critical damage. 22 probes have gone down. Now, wait. 33, 40, 45 in Dark. Oh. Even I'm over here like, oh, Dark. Did Dark just wake up? Is he paying attention? He waits for his moment. Well, he obliterates herO's economy, but he's down by 60 army supply. So while that might have been an incredible multi-pronged attack, the defense... Well, herO's coming back to defend, and he can't just keep doing this forever. Like, if he keeps doing this, eventually Dark will have the defenses as well as the ability to overwhelm. herO needs to go. There are Banelings building as the probes mine, so herO's on a timer here. Stasis gets a lot of the Banelings. That's a problem for future herO to deal with. Procrastination is not going to help very much in this scenario, though. More Banelings are rolling in. Can herO's army bust through? Those Banelings locked behind the force fields, but coming out of stasis. Oracles will likely activate. The Banelings roll in, not finding that much. More Banelings from both sides. Blunks forward. A handful of charge lots warped in, and it looks like, despite killing multiple bases... Okay, alright. He can't just get away with it. He's not allowed to just lose his entire army, have nothing, and still win the game. So thankfully, conventional wisdom still holds that having more stuff counters less. But for a moment, it looked like Dark may have successfully flipped the board. Okay. Alright. herO takes game 1. Game 2. 2 probes left? Wow. Well, you technically don't need any probes to win. Though, I wouldn't try that at home. I think herO was caught off guard by how little... Like, Dark just didn't have the army to win the fight. At no point was he going to win a straight-up fight. Not against someone who knows how to cast Force Field. But he did definitely get caught off guard by the commitment to the counterattack. There was a few moments of hesitation. Except at the end of the day, without lurkers or vipers, there was no way to beat that army. Like, that the 120 supply army of Stalker Sentry Colossus is just simply not going to die to Hydroling Bane. There's just too many force fields. Alright, Dark. There's the probe doing the classic mineral flirt move, where it tempts the minerals into thinking they're being mined. The minerals say to the drones that show up, "I'm taken." But then, at the last second, the probe decides to play hard to get. And if you do it perfectly, you could deny them several dozen minerals in mining. Dark not even bothering. Some players will try to attack the probe. Some players will send like at least one drone. Dark doing a little bit of counter micro. You see there? He's like, no, stop it. But that's the extent of it. I don't think he had to surrender just yet. Yeah, we're gonna since there's not much of an opener, we'll respond to the Twitch chat comments. I don't think he had to surrender. So how was he going to build? Yes, while he did have all of his workers -2 of an advantage, not entirely sure how he was going to ever build anything with all his hatcheries dead. That is usually why players will leave the game, because it is unrealistic to expect your opponent to go AFK for 4 minutes while you rebuild. But if he did, then maybe Dark could have taken that one back. Otherwise, it's very difficult to build the 120 supply required to beat the army of that size. Of course, if the Zerglings had killed the bases, which was probably the best case scenario, maybe it would have been different. Oracle. Yeah, herO with a... I mean, it was the herO style. It's 3 base with 3 oracles and a blink stalker. The Colossi were added because of Dark's unit composition. Hydraling Bane is not that often utilized. It is a great counter to Stalker Immortal, anything without splash damage, but usually the Hydras are placeholders for lurkers at best. This time around, it looks like a Roach Warren is on the agenda for Dark. I don't blame him. He tried the Hydras, and while they can shut down those first Stalkers, honestly, part of the issue last game was how much damage the initial harass did. He got in there and killed 10 drones. And the 10 drones before 50. That's a big part of your larva and your income. So we'll see how much herO commits. He's trying to scout out where the queens are. God, that Oracle micro is so slick. But this time around, only 3 kills. Heads towards the main. There is a Spore here. Not targeted on the first Oracle. He may lose it. Oh my god. 8 drones killed, and he doesn't even lose an Oracle. Even when you build a Spore Crawler, your drones are not safe. And of course, it costs a drone to build the Spore. More Adept shaded across. This is a bit of a different timing than we've seen in the past. No, he's been warping in the additional Adepts. I'm not sure how much this is a reaction and how much this is just the default build. But these Adepts do force a follow-up response. Like, that's enough Adepts. You need more units than Queens, because they'll just walk past the Queens. It does slow down the rest of the tech and any sort of Stalker timing, but it's much more threatening to the drones than Stalkers themselves are. It's a bit reminiscent of the Stargate into Adept timings that were the flavor of several years. Just Adept timings in general. Neeb winning an entire year of WCS off them. That was good times. Even beating Serral. It's been a while. Oh my god, finally! Oh, a little gritty with those oracles, and finally gets punished for it. 4th base here. And a Spire for Dark. Mutas, a risky yet effective choice. Even though there is a Stargate, if the Spire is not scouted, it can easily become irrelevant. Like, 12 Mutas show up, you can't start building Phoenixes then. That's just too late. It needs to be more of a preemptive thing. And if Dark is able to mass this well enough, then herO could be blindsided by the Mutalisks. As he's taking a 4th, he sees the roaches. Right now, Dark's showing him everything he wants to see. He's showing him that I want to go, like, Ravagerling bait. That's the more typical response here. Though these gases are a little suspicious. taking the gas so incredibly early on the 4th. Yeah, I think maybe some alarm bells here. Did he see it? Yeah, he saw both gases. Here comes some pressure. 12 mutas. Well, at the very least, one of the best ways to scout your opponent is to just attack them. And see what they defend with. And if you're in a relatively even game, well, they should have to pull everything into the defense. Phoenix in production. He spotted the mutas. Is it too late, or is it right on time? The Adepts get into the 3rd. The Stalkers are on the 4th. Dark not really worrying about that too much right now. He's actually just going to outright lose the 4th. Meanwhile, the Mutalisks head to the other side. Can maybe just go for the pylon. Warps in, you know, an entire round. Oh, and the Stalkers were recalled immediately. The Mutas, yeah, unfortunately, if there's any amount of preparation, the Mutas find... Oh, God. Oh, well, yeah, it wasn't great. He's not just doubling down, but throwing everything into the Mutalisk. 12 more on the way. No Corruptors. It's going to be all in on Mutas. Dark, very committed. And at this point, we've already gone so far down this road. Changing course would be even worse. There are no Archons. There's no Storm. It's just the Phoenixes. The Phoenixes require a certain level of micro that if Dark can keep the pressure on, he's on the 4th base. Recalls on cooldown into the natural. Immortal getting caught. Phoenixes spotted and killed. They were caught halfway across the map. A single Phoenix gonna try to ward this away. The cannons are in the main. Down goes another Phoenix. Dark overrunning the 3rd. And the 4th. I don't know which one you'd even call it at this point. The Zealots are headed back with the full F2. The Stalkers trickling through the choke point. 30 probes again. But this time, Dark has an army at home. The Mutas can just fly away, which is probably their main strength. The 4th Nexus even going to be killed. It's not enough. The Oracles light up. The Nexus still goes down. And more mutas, more links. Chaos is what Dark thrives on. And chaos has been created. Dark is able to gut the economy and keep his mutas intact. And right now, herO doesn't really have the army composition to fight him. He's going to try. The Queens are pulled to the front. The reinforcements headed back. The Queen's going to go down immediately. Dark isn't even going to bother with a fight. He's going to go for the buildings. All right, he's decided this is the method. And oh God, it's a full-on base trade. Here we go. Oh God. The mutas are into the natural. All the probes are being slaughtered. At the same time, herO doing his best to get things started as well. Neither player is going to be able to rebuild units momentarily. And down to 1 Nexus. No recall available. How many Stalkers are on the field? 40 Stalkers, enough to fight. How many probes? 7 probes. Are any probes on the other side of the map? Yes, some of them made it over here. Could potentially build assimilators. Dark has enough for 1 more hatchery. He's chasing the small amounts of mutas. Burrow is on the way. Probably a smart choice. Some of the drones are on the other side of the map. Dark has enough. herO has not rebuilt his base and is being revealed. The only detection, I believe, is the Oracle Revelation. So that also could get dramatic. Alright, well the mutas are just fighting what Stalkers they can. Without all the Stalkers, the mutas are actually able to win the fight because Stalkers don't counter anything but their own self-esteem. Stalkers just not... They're okay against mutas if they have the numbers, but the mutas actually win a straight-up fight. Especially with those bounces. Pylons are being built by herO as he's running quickly out of buildings. Not like Dark has too many of his own, but he's building hatcheries in either corner. It looks like herO may actually be outright eliminated. That's the only pylon. There's only 1 pylon. He's being revealed, remember. He is still holding on to some of his money just in case. There's only 2 probes left, which is not the first time that's happened in this series, is the more insane part of it. This is the second 2-probe situation. But here comes Dark. Mutas showing up the probes. The probes are on creep. The probes need to do something. There's only so many buildings. You have to build the buildings. Dark, the hero. Ah! Wait, what? Oh, he built another pylon. He goes for a Nexus. He can't build much more. The Nexus, I mean, it's 31. Wait, Dark's just mining. Okay. It's very tough to split the stalkers here. What's the muta count? There's only 1 building left, and if herO accidentally cancels it, he just loses the game. He has to be careful, even if it gets attacked, not to cancel. The Phoenix, there's only 1 Phoenix left, which is not enough. It is doing a very important bit of scouting. Oh, herO has not seen that bottom right corner. Oh, well, this is, yeah, the mutas. A single volley will easily deal with this. There is burrow as well. Dark doesn't know where the Nexus is. No, you can't cancel that Nexus. You cannot cancel it. You can't cancel that. You gotta be so careful. He builds a pylon. Okay, he realizes that if he cancels that, he literally cancels himself in this game. Slaps down. He loses 75 minerals to slaps down another Nexus. Okay, that may be the last one. Oh, wait, did he finish burrow? Oh, he didn't finish burrow. Okay, well, I don't know how much of a consolation that is. Dark is rebuilding units. Dark is re-expanding to his main. He's got the money here. He kept enough drones alive. He thrives on chaos. Oh, that's the last probe! herO is literally fighting. He's trying to keep all his buildings alive. I don't think he realizes exactly. The thing is, if they both for some reason were forced into an arena and had to fight it out, herO may still win. Like, 31 stalkers, a bunch of adepts. It isn't impossible for herO to just outright win a fight. But Dark, never gonna give him that fight. The probe is with the army. One last probe. Burrow being built, not gonna happen. The Nexus is finished. Oh no, I don't think Dark was looking for it. I think he was waiting for it. He wants to win this game by killing the buildings. There can't be that much money left. It's very clear that herO is running out of options. While Dark is, I mean, like, it's not like Dark has a ton of options himself, but it feels like, oh, that really, yeah. That's no one's favorite line. I guess maybe the opponent. At this point, he has a pylon or an assimilator. That's about it. The pylon! The pylon! Oh! Eliminated! No GG! No time! It's over! With 69 over 0 supply, herO is knocked out of the game. Oh my. Well, that indeed. It's all tied up. Dark wins games by ripping your everything out. He never even really fought the army. He never really won a battle, but he won the complete and total war. All tied up. Cosmic Sapphire. And very rarely does the match end outright like that. Usually a player will acknowledge it's about to end and still get the GG. That was so close, though. He actually, like, it was still a split second away the whole time. That was one of the most direct eliminations. Maybe not the closest, because overall, Dark had control. Like, the Muta player is going to have control of the situation. That really shows when the Mutas get momentum, how much can be done. But I think it was partially because Mutas are almost ruled out by the Stargate opener. Why we don't see them. Like, you can't go Mutas every game. Otherwise, people will just build Phoenix. Like, herO will just build like 3 or 4 Phoenixes. And then, well, too bad. Like, but it was because not only did the first Mutas do nothing, but he just kept building them. And we even saw herO do the classic F2. Like, you got charge lots in your main base chasing Mutas. We all know what that means. That is a panic maneuver. Everyone's done it, and everyone is ashamed of themselves when they do. I can't believe, like, he's so bold with this probe. He gets all up in the business here. Like... Oh, and then he just grabs the minerals. No, you weren't supposed to commit. You were supposed to remain mineralless. Oh, befouled. Indeed. You see, now none of those mineral patches are going to take you seriously. You've committed to one set of minerals. Like, you can't be... Now he's just going to harass the drone. Don't take it out on the drones. Just because you screwed it up doesn't mean it's the drone's fault. Okay. Oh, my. These probes have no respect nowadays. Cybercore. Completing. Setting up the 2-building wall, which you can do on Cosmic Sapphire. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see another Stargate. Every once in a while. No. So you're... I almost cut off my own. Every once in a while, herO mixes it up, but it's an immortal. Nope. I'm sorry. Bit of a slip there. It's a robotics facility. Which, I guess there's a chance it's not for, like, an immortal drop or timing, but... I think that's less likely. Zergling speed on the way. I mean, no Twilight. For some reason, it was clearly not DTs. I guess the lack of Twilight. Usually you get Twilight before the Robo even. No. What year? No. He's building a sentry and he's getting a prism. Ooh. Wow, this is, interesting. He couldn't be going for... He's trying to hide the sentry too, very clearly. Is he really gonna go for the force field drop in current year? The War Prism will be revealed. The fact there's already a Stalker kind of gave it away. Oh my god. Okay. He's building... He's going for it. He's going for the immortal timing. The question will be whether it's a force field drop or if it's just a straight up push. The force field drop on the ramp, which you can outright just win the game if they don't have Ravagers. Ravagers and their ability to break force field is what counters that. Of course, just a straight up soul train, a good old fashioned immortal sentry push can also be good. It does look like that's the direction we're headed. There's a forge. This is like a macro build. Usually these immortal timings are kind of limited economically, but here, herO's adding the forge. So that means he foresees a future past this first push. At least to some extent. We'll see how much he realizes it. Well, Dark only has... He has a lair, he has a bunch of gas, and no roach warren. So it is pretty clearly a spire he wants. But now what he wants is anything but just Zerglings. As he panics, slaps out. He was not prepared at all for this. Okay, that's a bit optimistic on the warp prism there. He's warping in. The queens are hitting it. Oh my... What? No, don't... What? Wow. Well, I mean, it's still a lot of units. Like, it's still doing a lot of damage. But, yeah, that was dumb. Like, that was not good. You're not supposed to just... Okay. I mean, you might get home, but... You know, what was that? herO, what was that? herO! What are you doing? Like, this is what I wanted. Wow, immortals are really good. If that War Prism had lived, I think a very high chance that herO has won the game already. He's still very well may. It's very clear Dark was completely unprepared for this. But just kind of handing him the Prism definitely didn't help the long-term options for the push. Thing is, Zerglings alone are just not doing it. herO has more probes. Dark is, in fact, supply blocked at 20 less supply than herO. It's not good. You really need to have something more than Zerglings. herO's just taking a third. We're left in this awkward scenario. There's the Spire. The Spire was what Dark wanted all along. That's why he had so much gas. He just wasn't building it during the attack. No, I wouldn't be, like, I bet Dark thought he was dead. Like, when you're building 3 spine crawlers and the army's already attacking you, yeah, it's not great. And the only reason he's not dead is very simply the Warp Prism throw. That was uncharacteristically... That was so obviously a mistake. I don't know. Thing is, though, what now, Dark? Well, prayer. That's most of it. You have to hope that somehow you live for long enough to get a mute account that can actually fight. Good luck. That's oh my god. He's got 27 adepts. That, like... Okay. Where... Oh, this is what herO was just throwing so he could get this army. 27 plus 1 glaive adepts. Yeah, well, those mutas would have been nice when this showed up, but even if the mutas come out, those do not... He has 0 anti-air, yet this time herO has a very realistic chance of just killing all the buildings. So, he's just shading on top. Can only hit so many adepts with those corrosive biles at a time. Drops the immortals. Oh my god, just busting in here. Looks like he'll lose another prism, but... maybe not. I don't know, the mutas will kill it. Whatever, game over. herO wins. This is a bit of a... This series is quite a mess. I don't... Neither player really seems to be acknowledging what the other one is doing in these games. Like, there's this... In game 1, herO... Like, Dark just made hiders. Like, that's a strat. And died. Base traded, but died. Game 2, you can't really counter mutas without Archons or Phoenixes, yet herO tried. Game 3, Dark was like, yeah, Zerglings, bro. Except, no, Zerglings are not enough. He needed to have the spy... it's a mess. Alright, whichever one of you knocked out Beyond should be ashamed of yourself. He would have made for at least a much more Why is there a drone on the way across? What are you doing? Oh, God. So he doesn't want the probe to see him. He's gonna stay. There's the gateway has less vision until it's finished. And guess what it's... Wait, no. He was like mapping out exactly the vision range. This should still be out of vision when the gate finishes. The creep won't be. But yeah, hello. Why not? Sure. So Dark, he pretended like he was gonna go down and take his third. And everything else, he did go hatch first. Okay, he did go hatch first. And then, and then... just scouts. Oh, well. So much for all that fancy scout, like perfectly placed. Sure. Yeah, go for it. Here come some probes. A zealot is on the way. Scouted well in time here. So, now what? The probes leave. Well, he's gonna let it finish then. Okay. I guess he doesn't want him to cancel. Will Dark build anything here? He's building a queen. And hero's gonna see that. There's a roach one. Heroes block the natural. Shield battery on the way. That shield battery may very well block the Nexus. Though I'm not sure a Nexus is really what we're worried about right now. The Broodlings. Yeah, it'll pull back. The Broodling's doing a little bit of actual damage here. Roach Warren's done. So overall, this is kind of a total disaster for Dark. It's not. It's very bad. And now he's wait. How is he supply blocked? Did he use an Overlord somewhere? No, he's oversupplied for a I was wondering why I was building this for. He did a spore trick for a roach. Here are the adepts. Yeah, this ain't good. Oh, wait, whoa! He built a roach with a larva! And the roach is the one singular roach. He forces the recall. I don't even know if you need a recall for this, but he does recall. And meanwhile, the zealots are caught. The roach is doing roach things. Scuttling as fast as it can. Really wishing Burrow came with the... Okay. Well, it's gonna die. The Adept Shades. Optimistic. Okay, well, that did... At least he got a recall, which is a little energy and recall on cooldown, and that should keep hero at home. There's a Ravager now. Two Ravagers. Oh, hero not gonna shade all the way out though. Okay, what are you gonna do? Just throws a corrosive bile, but yeah, that Overlord is kind of important too. Alright. There's a single shield there, but that pylon looking pretty juicy. He can't... Oh! The biles hit so hard! The overcharge can't save him! As they get pinned in by the Zerglings. Okay. Well, he's doing what he can. There's an Immortal out, which is not great. The overcharge was already used. The Ravagers are getting annoying. He's doing a corrosive bile force field, and it's doing something. It's a very Bly-esque build. Oh, don't want to shoot your... the battery's out. He kills the Immortal. Okay, wait a second. Hero! One battery might not be cut. He gets the Cyber Core, which means only Zealots can be warped in. This is getting a little dicey. How long on overcharge? It's not done. He's throwing out the shotgun blast there. Overcharge is up, though. Okay. Well, he's built more Zerglings. Dark is still making a mountain out of this molehill at the moment. Oh, no. No. Well, I mean, he's pinning the immortal. There's nowhere for it to run. It's like the Zerglings, it's out of battery range. The Adepts. This is. It feels like it's all a series of unfortunate events here. Dark still doesn't really have that much. Right now, hero's kind of doing whatever he can to help Dark out. It feels like. It's all going... It's still very hard to lose. But when you... Okay. He's fighting. He has no other units and no wall. Like... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow, this has been quite a tumble down multiple flights of stairs. Oh, and he lost the... Oh my god. He lost. Wow. Wow, that's almost as impressive Dark won that as herO lost it. What a disaster.
Hello there.
No, not... There were so many things. That looked like one of my ladder games. It's like, all you have to do is not move out. You have a quicker expansion. You have more workers. You have better tech. You have map control. You know what I should do? I should sit all my units in front of the wall where they can be surrounded by Zerglings. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's just the mental effect. Dark has that effect on people. All right? It's like, come on out and play. He was like, oh yeah, you would have. It is the Dark effect. That's what I mean. It's truly... It happens a disproportionate amount against Dark. He just has that style that makes you want to come out and punch him. Which we all know is the most cliche mistake of them all. The classic, like, oh yeah, you want to go? And then slips a knife in his face. Just stay inside. Oh my god. Yeah, that took some real effort to lose. So, yeah, that's not great for herO. Oh my god. What a clusterfuck of a proxy hatch game that was. How is it that the epic saga should have ended with the one roach, okay? That should have been the extent of the drama, but no. All right. Well, it's all tied up because, of course it is. Game 5. They're just trying to show some games for the fans. Here we are again. The probe is back. Thousands of APM of mineral micro. Dark, what are you doing? He's holding down the gather key is what he's doing. Which is how you counter it most directly. And also... Ah! No, it's okay. All right, not that dramatic. Twilight Council. It feels like herO's lost confidence in his own style. Dark causes a lot of people to lose confidence in many things, though, so... It's just straight up. Is this an adept build? Oh my god. Okay. Just straight up adept glaives. Nothing, no frills. Just directly to adepts. In his defense, the adept games, overall the adepts have done a disproportionate amount of damage on Dark's side of the map. Especially that immortal adept, just brute force slam. What? What is this? Is that not the correct wall off? Or he just needed a place for a pylon, okay? There's not even a robo with this, so he's likely gonna try to take another base. He's getting gas. 2 gases at the net as well, so... I'm honestly, I haven't seen this in long enough to know what to expect. It's another game where it's clear it's not going to end with the adepts, unless it goes horribly wrong for Dark, which is not out of the question at all. But what direction is herO taking this? Double Stargate? Or something? Like... He's got the adepts warping in now. We got 9 of them. Rotorn is on the way. It's not done. Dark has not been too stingy on the unit production. He's only had 40 drones, which is less than the probe count. It is double star. Oh my god, star glaives. It's been a while. herO's really breaking out the old versions of the textbook at the moment. And by old, I'm like 2018, but... The adepts are shading. Glaives are done. Without roaches, this is going to be quite a pain. So far, not too many losses. He's already pre-run the drones. In fact, gets all but one left behind because he was in the extractor when the order came in. There's always one. Well, there's not that many units. He's got some adepts. Might be able to snipe a queen. The adepts of the natural are a bit miscontrolled. And overall, Dark doesn't lose too much, but remember, he invested a lot in the defense. What? Double Oracle? Honestly, the double Stargate might just be... If he saw a quick lair, then you can go Phoenixes. But if there's no lair... Wow. Mass Oracle follow-up. Going for the foracles. Adepts with glaives for such a strong response. Even if they don't do anything, the amount of investment required to defend against them is immense. There is no lair, which means no roach speed, which means very little capability of counterattacking. Right now, Dark is once again in that kind of uncomfortably low economy, low tech spot. And has, besides the gas at the natural, almost no idea of what's coming. He knows that there's some tech, very likely. Is there a spore? There's a spore kind of hidden by the ovies there. And, well, now he knows. Alright, foracles show up. The queen count. He's got 9 queens. Alright, they're all... Each oracle will get its requisite amount of knitting needles. Only one of them takes over much. Oracles on the run. So far, no damage done. This has been a bit of a misfire. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, you can just kill it. That's also an option. Just kill the oracle. Pro tip, just kill the oracle. Like, what is this herO? herO! Wake up! I don't know, like, herO, this is... take the controller back from your little brother. This is clearly not herO controlling these oracles. The herO I know has some of the best oracle micro in the business. These last couple games have not been a shining beacon of highlight material for herO, to be honest. Even the Adept Glaive's definitely not like the huge game-ending move. Dark is handling it well. Yeah. We got quite a ground army. Baneling's speed is on the way. Just what Dark needs. Though he's invested, he has 75 drones, and he's building more. Which, without Bane speed done, does Dark have any idea this attack is coming? No, okay, now he's building Ravagers. This base may just be dead. Alongside of the Queens, but they do buy a little time. The Baneling's rolling up. Force fields. Wow, you can... Wow, those are great force fields. Yeah, herO knows what he's up to, but here come the Ravagers to open things up. Adept Glaive shading through. Dark pulls back, understanding the danger they pose. The Queen's gonna have to hold the front. Some Corrosive Bow coming through. The shade was canceled. But a lot of damage dealt, and Dark has the... He's got 87 drones! He has bounced back and then some. herO is not able to jam himself in there quite well enough. The Ravagers show up just in time to break the walls. And herO has to try another angle. Heading towards the main. Hive, Templar Archives, Colossi, Roach Speed. Wait, what now? Roach Speed? Dark may have forgotten Roach Speed. But those Ravagers definitely were the priority. He's got 84 drones. herO does have 4 base, pretty comfortable. Only 8 gateways for now, but the double Robo Colossus with a Templar. We're just gonna get a little bit of everything. All right, we got the whole buffet platter for both sides here. All we're missing is a Spire out of Dark. For, you know, really anything that comes out of a Spire. Dark, the originator of the Super Brood trick, where you use your own broodlings in order to spawn more broodlings, which is, you know, quite cannibalistic and appropriate. A couple Dropper Lords here. Oh, if those oracles weren't out of energy... Oh, that's up. What? Come on! How does he lose one? What up? He panicked. There were so many. He just panicked. He froze. Okay, well, on paper, I don't know. We're on Papyrus or something now, but yeah, this is... Dark's not gonna bother. He's not fighting that. Doesn't he have Dropper Lords? Was that an accident? Nope, nope, he's sending Banelings across. Zerglings. Wow, wait a second. There's nothing, it's just, you gotta get the shield battery, but here come the Banelings. herO's coming back! 20 drones! herO's coming back to defend, that's just Zerglings! It's not that scary! Some Overlords here just to make, he's looking the other way. What about the natural? What about the natural, herO? He runs. Are those +2 Banes? Indeed they are. But also the 4th. herO comes back. That's the real win here for Dark. Is herO retreats. It gives him time to build up an army to actually fight. So many Banelings. Ravagers. Queens caught out a bit, but buying time as well. The Ravagers can help a lot here. The Concave is amazing. The Banelings are trickling through, breaking down the force field. The sentries are gone. The Banelings are everywhere. The Colossi are retreating. Will there be enough left over? herO's army is obliterated. Where are the Banelings on the other side of the map? Still 4 Colossi to deal with this. I don't even know if abducting is going to be a viable option. Once again, the army is way better for herO, but the economy is great for Dark. Are the Colossi going to be enough to break through? Spore Crawlers getting involved. Corrosive Bile. Dark can't put enough together on the same place at the same time. The reinforcements may be too much. The army supplies are dead even, and that's 3 Colossi. Zerglings aren't cutting it. The reinforcements are all cut off. The Dropper Lords are in. They're getting the probe kill, slaughtering herO's economy. But does it matter? Dark has to try. He's got to try to pull it together. Does it? Oh my god! herO finds the prism in the corrosive pile. And just what it looks like, herO's ties to his reinforcements might be enough to close this out. The War Prism somehow dies. The Dark effect, once again, in full form. Without that prism, Dark has a chance. herO immediately rebuilds the prism, in case you didn't know how important it was. But without the prism and without the reinforcements, Dark might be able to put enough together. Ravagers from both sides. They don't take extra damage from the Colossi, but they're generally quite fragile. Corrosive Bile spraying across the board. The Spore Crawler's actually helping out. Charge Lots warped in on the other side. The Warp Prism is here. The drones? The drones? More Corrosive Bile. Spraying and praying. The drones buying what time they can, but Dark does not have the army to compete. It's just not enough at the end of the day. Without Spire units, without the Vipers, and the Vipers went down who knows where. Off stage. herO takes it. 3-2 in... I won't say that was a great series, but that was a very close series. As Dark just... that the monkey's paw does not end up curling quite in his direction. This time, herO sneaks out a 3-2 victory. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Check out this video. It's probably slightly more competent than... oh my. What do you think? Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Hopefully it made your day a little bit better. Good luck. Have fun. Stay chill.